The results are back for this year's common entrance examination. 35 students scored full marks in the mathematics, and among them is Brandon Squires of the People's Cathedral Primary School, who did the examination on his birthday, and today he received the perfect gift.
If you keep trying, you will achieve it.
To know that you're going to Queen's College, what are your hopes, what are your plans for your new school?
To be the best that I can be and work hard.
Yes, it's still settling in, but most of all grateful. Grateful to God that He's granted Brandon what he deserved. Grateful to my wife, Miranda, his mother, who's supported him right through. She's the one who's really led on the making sure he does what he has to do. She's been back to primary school twice now, with my first son and now with Brandon. Yeah, just very thankful. I'm thankful for all the support we received from the school, from our extended family, from friends. This hasn't been a journey that just began in class 4, began a long time ago, and we've received a lot of support and just try to support Brandon's potential.
Is this a case of him following in his brother's footsteps? His brother also went to Queen's College?
His brother is at Queen's College right now, yes, in 3rd form.
How do you feel then both of your boys at QC?
Well, I'm just happy that he's gotten to the school he chose to be at. His mother also attended there. I didn't, but I didn't hold that against him or them that he wanted to go there. So it's just good. I mean, it's going to save some gas.
It's still sinking in. But I knew that Brandon was a hard worker, he was a determined student, and he always gave his all in all that he did. And if he made any mistakes, you want to know where did he go wrong, how can he make it better, and how can he do much more than he did. So he was always willing. So I am proud and happy that Brandon has achieved, made that mark this today. So I'm very proud of him.
Tell me about working with him now in the classroom, day-to-day process.
Daily, we had to make some sacrifices. He had his home sacrifice. He also had some sacrifices at school in that I informed them and their parents that their lunchtime used to be cut in half. Instead of an hour, they used to have half hour for lunch. And that extra time was spent in practicing and revising and preparing. Also, on afternoons, we used to have at least 2 evenings of extra classes. We call it extended classes, whereby we continue what we're practicing and during vacation. And most of the time, it was more of a class cohesiveness in terms of what we did. We spent time in going through papers, past papers, and they also created papers of their own, and that we also went through. So it was a together process and program that we did. So I'm very pleased of Brandon and all of the other students in his class. They have all done well.
First of all, putting God in front, both teachers and students. And then making sure that we as committed teachers, and this starts from the preschool coming right up. And teachers are very committed and dedicated, and we work really hard. And most of all, when we are speaking with the children, we cause them to recognize that we expect the best from them, nothing but the best. And we are always positively motivating them to always give. If they had 20% now, no, your next paper 25. And if you had 95, your next paper should be no less than 95, but we going for the 100. So we were always motivating, whether you are at the bottom or you're at the top, making sure that they reached forward. And we also made sure that they were aware of the bell curve when you are studying, in terms of we wanted them to reach their peak at the time of the common entrance examination. We didn't want them to peak and then start the downward slide. So we gave them all of the encouragement and all the little tips that we think that they should have, but most of all, it depended on them. And they recognized that. We can do all that we could do, the parents could do, the lessons teacher could do, but then the attitude that they brought to the classroom. So every tip that we could have used, but always reminding them I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And you didn't have to tell Brandon that twice, because he's a Christian young gentleman and he's a student who any student anywhere could emulate. Extremely proud. I've always watched him, and even going back to his reports, when I'm examining reports and writing the comments, I would always had nothing but excellent comments to write for Brandon, and the way he carried himself as well. So it was right through his work, the same way that what he put into his work, he also put into his deportment as well.
And I notice everything, like when he's falling behind in height and weight. So my pediatrician recommended 2 Pediasure per day, with 7 grams of protein, 25 vitamins, and essential minerals. It's clinically proven that in just 8 weeks, it helps kids grow and improve weight. Pediasure, help them reach higher.